Royal Rumble matchup. Please welcome the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Before we get rolling, somebody's got to taste this stuff, right? Bottom of the line here.
No pressure at all, Cody.
Bottom of the line. I'll be straight with you guys. It's outstanding. It's outstanding, and I haven't had this is probably some sugar in there. I haven't had sugar and it's been 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was I was hoping for a Whataburger, but
that's the next best thing,
buddy.
right?
This was damn good. My bus driver. Sorry, we're just going off. We're talking about Pitch Black now. My bus driver, he was just looking at all the advertisements and stuff, and he just said to me, he's like, you know what? I want one of those Pitch Blacks. I'm like, all right, man. Yeah, it's very good.
Well, make sure you have a couple to take with you to go.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
All right, so I know we have a lot of questions for Cody. We're going to start off right here in the second row.
Ella J, the wrestling gal. Cody, obviously you wrestled your first match since last June. You came back to a huge reaction here from San Antonio. So how are you feeling physically and about the massive reaction you got here tonight?
If you're not a fan of Cody crying, you might not want to sit in on this one. The thing I wanted my whole career, a moment like that. I don't think he'll mind me telling you guys. I talked to Randy Orton last night, and I remembered I was in the Royal Rumble at the very end. Triple H, Randy Orton, and myself, and Triple H eliminated me, but that caused Randy to eliminate him, and he won the Royal Rumble, and he brought us in the ring. I remember thinking, I'll just sit on the floor, stay small. And he brought us in the ring, and I thought, man, I want to be that guy. But I also thought, like, oh, that'll be next year. That'll be next year. I'll be up there, and here we are. I think that was over 10 years ago. So it's just the thing I was missing that I didn't have then, and that I've found, and I don't take it for granted, is somewhere along the lines I connected with the people. And maybe 2015 when I took the excursion and bet on myself and went out, but invaluable, right? That's what I miss. You can clothesline people and Cody cutter them and Crossroads people do your blue in the face. The thing that I like is to be able to connect with people, because I have the privilege and I have the honor, but also I have the burden of, I don't play anybody. I'm me. And tonight me was good enough, and it's just, it feels good to have that, and it felt good to be back, and it also felt terrible to be back, because Gunther, I shouldn't have made fun of his name change that one time. But what a stud. You know, I'm one of those, you know, you guys have seen me on fire before, so you know, I like to feel it, right? I don't know if I like to feel it that much, though. My God, special, unbelievable wrestler, unbelievable superstar, to blast like he did. But yeah, that connection was just a beautiful feeling.
Front row.
Hi, Cody. Nick Hauser.
What up, Nick? I know everyone in here. You know, I know all of you. You guys were part of it, for the most part. I know all of you. You guys literally helped me get here. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Cody. A lot changed while you were gone from WWE. Vince was in control of creative when you left. And
yeah.
You come back, and now Hunter is in charge of creative. How has it changed with you engaging the creative end of WWE between then and now? And is there a difference for you kind of backstage in any way now that you are coming back to, again, a different kind of leadership in that area?
I was very fortunate that when I came back, I had enough experience that I didn't I always need structure and need direction. You guys have seen me without a leash before. I get a little wild. So it was great to have that structure, but also I have had an unbelievable experience and unbelievable education in wrestling. Really, I'm not meant to do anything else. This is what I do. So it was easy then when I came back and Vince was in charge of that, and it is easy now. Because the way I look at it, and I mean, I don't mean this from any like braggadocio or arrogance, is, and this is something that I talked about with one of my kids, you know, at the school, is if I'm the best, then it doesn't matter who is showing me where to go and telling me what's next. If I'm the best, if my transaction is simple, these fans pay their money, and I make them feel something, and I can do that better than anybody, if I can, then it can be this person and it can be that person. I mean, I will say, and I, you know, again, don't want to get mushy with it or anything, but Triple H has no reason to be a fan of mine, if you really think about it. I smashed the throne. I took a lot of shots, always lighthearted, but I think he knew where it was coming from. I was hungry. I mean, he's the one guy. I don't think he remembers this, but I'll never forget it. I remember I talked to him in gorilla position one time when I was really frustrated doing Stardust, and I went to walk out, and he looked back at me and he said, "Hey, rattle the cages." And I, okay, you know, like that could have meant a lot of things. Go talk to the writers. He said, "Rattle the cages." I took it real literally, and went out and rattled them as much as I could. And I'm so glad that that relationship gets to develop now, because it's clearly, if you guys have seen how I've modeled a lot of my presentation and performance, I'm clearly a massive Triple H fan. So I'm glad that he's the coach, and I get to play, and I want to play quarterback. And I'm just, again, I owe him a lot for how he handled my dad, but I don't want him to look at me and see my dad. Damn. I want him to look at me and see me, and today I felt like he saw me, and that's very important. My last name's done a lot of things for me, but we're at a point in my career where my first name has to do those things as well, and it's off to a great start. So let's see where we go from here.
Thank you.
Hey Cody, Denise Salcedo. I wanted to ask you, you know, the last time that
Why are you so loud?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, the last time that we were here, we were talking at WrestleMania, you know, you had just came back to WWE. So for you, how frustrating was it to, you know, get injured and then, you know, have to go through that entire journey, and then, you know, you're finally back and you get this opportunity and you point, how did it feel to point at that WrestleMania sign?
So one thing, you know, when you're not working here, the pointing at the sign is like a meme, a joke. It's a thing. It doesn't, I don't think, register with anyone, and it clearly didn't register with me until I had the moment to point at it. Because it's not just pointing at a sign when you win the Royal Rumble. It's pointing at a sign saying in 60-something days at the biggest WrestleMania ever, you have the potential chance to go on last under the brightest lights on the grandest stage, a ticket that no one in my family has punched, and I got to punch it. So I tried to give a little, like a little love to where I'd been, because I really appreciated everybody and getting me to the point and kind of helping me cultivate the American Nightmare and getting it here tonight. But that feeling, like I said, I saw Randy do it, and he got mad at the cameraman Stu, because Stu kept telling him to point at it and the pyro wasn't going off. Is this where you want me to point, Stu? And I was thinking, man, why are you mad? you know, Randy going to Randy. But I still to this thought, like, man, he's just the coolest. I just want to do that, and to be able to do it and add my name to that list. If I really think about it, and I haven't started to really think about anything, it just happened so quickly. To add my name to the list of superstars, wrestlers who won the Royal Rumble, man, we're doing something right.
Thank you.
Hi Cody, Isa with Lucha Libre Online. Welcome back and congratulations.
Thank you.
The one thing that hasn't changed in 8 months is who the undisputed Universal Champion is.
Yeah.
So have you been keeping an eye on Roman Reigns, and how do you feel? You don't have to make a show. It's like Korea. It's kind of made for you already. How do you feel about that?
I've been very careful about even saying Roman's name, because it's one of those things that I knew, and I'm sure he knew. I came back, and the first night I was back on Raw after WrestleMania, I was pointing to my waist. I talked about in an interview the real story of wanting to win the WWE Championship, the one title that has eluded the family, and I'm sure he heard that, and I've watched everything that Roman's done. I have nothing though but respect, and I mean the scene there at the end of the night's a pretty rough scene, but I have nothing but respect and reverence for Roman. You guys cover this industry, you cover sports entertainment, you cover pro wrestling. Guys, I can't tell you I'm the best wrestler in the world. Nobody can, unless their name is Roman Reigns. That's the best wrestler in the world. I'd like to think I'm number 2, right? And I always say Seth's number 3, whatever. This making list is a disaster. Don't take my list that serious. But Roman is undisputed. That's just the best way to put it. He's undisputed, and you know, if that is the situation we're walking into in 60-something days at WrestleMania, I can't shrivel under the lights. He's been there before. I haven't, and that's going to take a lot of. It's going to take everything I could possibly ever muster up and everything I have, but you got to finish this story. It's real. But nothing but respect for what Roman has done, especially coming, you know, we all experienced pandemic wrestling, to be able to come back and remain. And also, critics of certain wrestlers, they get in their head that when a guy's in a position, he's stuck that way. That's who he is forever. His prime example, like Roman's evolution was the folks glow up. It just continues. I saw him on Jimmy Fallon, and just what a great ambassador for what we do. Absolutely. That's, again, the scene at the end of the night, very rough with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, but nothing but respect. Roman Reigns is the only man who can call himself the best wrestler in the world.
Well, Cody, congratulations.
Are you killing this?
Yeah, they tell me I have to wrap it up.
You get one more, right?
One more? Okay, all right. Cody's calling the shots here. We got one more question.
The next person's out pretty important.
He's kind of important. Yeah. But we have time for one more
I didn't
question.
see anybody, so
I trust that he's back there. We'll find out in a moment whether that's true or not. Final question. Right here, front row.
You can't give the final question to Sean.
Wow.
But Sean Ross Sapp.
We can keep this going then.
I mean,
all night. Here we go. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.
Yep.
You've had a pretty crazy 365 days, yeah? I mean, leaving one place, working there without a contract, coming to WWE.
Who broke that story?
I don't know. Fightfulselect.com. I mean, you had a moment last year, which is probably one of the scariest moments of your life, that some people are going to grow up looking at as a form of entertainment because you were out in front of the entire world. How is that for you to process after the months that you had processed before that?
I did an interview with Kathy Kelly right when I came back through the curtain, and I do want people to know I'm really sorry. I'd never been hurt. I felt genuinely bulletproof. I'm very sorry that I got hurt, and it happens, right? But I'm just glad that I got the chance to go out, and I'm a believer that no one can tell you. You know, once a doctor says it can't get hurt any worse, then I have to be out there. Especially Chicago means so much to me, and I'm seeing myself on the chair, and I'm just so embarrassed and defeated. And, you know, half my body's no longer functioning. I know that match registers with people, and I really appreciate it. It doesn't register with me because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm very well paid, and I've always gambled on myself, and this is what we're in this position You know, you know this term superstar, right? To some of us it's funny, like, oh, wrestlers, are we superstars? Guys like Roman Reigns are a superstar. I get it now more than ever. What's a superstar? That to me was, I'm gonna not just be another name on the roster, I'm gonna be a superstar. And I went out and was in there with an unbelievable wrestler in Seth Rollins, an unbelievable superstar. I'm glad people like it. Please don't get irritated with the amount of merchandise that's gonna come out around that pec. Because my God, y'all, it's, if you thought my AEW figures were bad, whew, we're buckling up. It's really cool, but I hope people don't get too annoyed with it. I've never watched it back, I never will watch it back. It was scary, but we got through it, and we got back tonight, and Gunther, for all he tried, we didn't tear the other one, so we're on our way to WrestleMania.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And on that note, Cody, congratulations. I know you want to stick around all night, but thank you so much. Congrats on your return and punching your ticket to the main event of WrestleMania.